Hello everyone, Pure Station here. Welcome back to a new episode of YGO Omega. Today we're going to be going over a new deck that I have, which is right here. It is called the branded Dinomorphia. The branded Dinomorphia has a splash of Dinomorphias in it. Not a lot, just enough to actually disrupt and stop game state, while also running the heavy utility that is branded. With this deck, of course, the lightning storms, if I had them in real life, I would be running them because they are extremely powerful in this deck. And plus, you have Ash. Valor can be used as as fusion material as long as Nibiru as well, because they are light. So they're really good choices in the deck. The only one's not is Ash, and Ash is a good enough hand trap on its own to be in the deck. Also, the Dinomorphias are dark, so running lower darkness won't hurt. So, yeah. Not all the time would I give up my normal summon. The only way I do that is if I don't have Albert or if I'm trying to win a game. Because if you go into Rex Sturm down here, he is quite powerful and you don't have a lot of options. So, that being said, let's get into this and I'll show you exactly what it can do. Leave the queue. I need it to be branded Dinomorphia, not Dinomorphia. Branded Dinomorphia. See, this version's a little bit different because you're using spells and traps, but few traps, more spells. So, if you pull a handful of traps and you have Frenzy, you're not really setting up in a bad spot. So, only thing is you can't be as, heavy as I had been. Let's go first. Alright, so this isn't terrible. Let's go ahead and give this a normal summon. We will grab. Let's go Branded Fusion. And then if we gotta shuffle one back, I'm gonna shuffle Ash back. It's very useful in this hand right now. Let's activate Branded Fusion first. Let's go Rebellion. Using that Tragedy. The effect of him the search. And the effect of Rebellion. And we do have to discard. I'm going to discard Lightning Storm because it's not useful right now. And a Valor. Yeah. I hate to do that. But I'm definitely getting this off. So. 2. And Mirror Jade. Let's get Oliver. Try to see if I can get a little bit more. I'll banish Albert, gives me 2 hand traps. I'll activate that, and we will banish that, and I'll get rid of that. Which is alright. Let's grab Brandon Red. Set. Go ahead and use it. Tragedy. Yeah. And we will go. Oh boy. Let's go Mirror. Let's go Masquerade. Tragedy. Grab Dramature. Okay. Valor is going to be really good in this format. For real. If you guys don't have any effect Valors, I definitely recommend effect Valor big time. effect failure is going to be really, really good in this format. Silent mining. I'm going to assume this is marine says. Yes. Let's go ahead and ask that. We'll sit. Burning themselves a lot to even get this play going. Be awesome to fight two of these on. Thing is, I really didn't set myself up too well because I got Dinomorphia, which isn't very good. I had two misplays. One of them, on the ad, I should have added Dinomorphia for when I branded in red. And second of all, instead of adding Dinomorphia, I should have added Aliver. So, yeah. That might cost me here. Or you're not. Okay. We're gonna see what this does. We've got 3 more effects. Equips all 3, 4,300. I'm trying to think. Can it save itself? Yeah. Masquerade. Gotta be able to stop it here. I'll be on in there. Branded is very quick and very strong. It doesn't take much to really get Branded going. It's a lot like, I want to say it's like Drytron, but not quite. Drytron, you only need 1 card after your full combo in order to get back into your full combo. That's what makes Drytron such a pain in the ass, is it just doesn't stop. How perfect is that? It's going to have to negate it. It's a Mirror Jade. Sorry? Oh, it's gonna make me attack Argonaut. Nah, that wouldn't work. Fuck. Stand. Smart. It's making me attack it. What did it do? Return it? Yep. I did forget one key card in this, so Fairy Tale Snow. This is not good for me. Possibility I lose here. Unless if I pull one card. I need the trap. I think it can negate it, right? Yes, it can. Shit. Maybe not done here. I don't have nothing in the graveyard it's gonna do to them. That's why I draw into Lightning Storm. It's not really gonna help me because it's gonna negate it. What's the chances I can get you to summon like 5 times? Okay, you're smart. Continue. That's fun. Yeah, I need Fairy Tale Snow in this in order to get this to work. So try it again. Like I said, it was a poor setup on my part, honestly. Ooh. But I've never been able to do this. Special. Alpha for effect. Grab Brain Diffusion. I've never been able to do this. Stand by main 1. And then we'll summon Theresia. You're gonna see what this deck can really do. This is why I put it together. Discard sword. Yeah. Let's go ahead and use you. Mirror Jade. Card to add to hand. Let's add Geometry instead. I do have one play. Send Fallen Albaz. And the effect didn't resolve again. Hey. It should be okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. All right. Let's use you first. Send Albion and banish that fucking thing. And then we'll activate Frenzy. Using one Rex, and we'll pinch one Theresia. Watch this. There's you. Wow, that was quick. I didn't even get to show you. You just quit. Bro. Let me play. Like, I haven't even, like, shown this yet. This is new. Like, bro, I finally came up with a good Dinomorphia deck. And it's fucking branded. Stop ruining my good time. Like, man, just let me play, please. Like, Jesus. I finally got the Dinomorphia combo off, and then they're like, no, we don't want you to do that. My God, I just want to give it a try. Based on one of the best decks in the meta. With a rogue put with the best deck in the meta. I understand it's hard to break boards when I got Dinomorphias that do stupid shit. That's the point in the Dinomorphia cards. Either way, what's gonna happen here is gonna negate something, and something's gonna go off. Either way, it's gonna end up being chaos. I'm sure I can probably totally awesome. Oh, how did I guess? I've never seen this combo before. Unless we decide to go higher. Unless we go higher, I can bust right through this board pretty easily. He's got 3 in there, so if he gets into the rank 4 right now, it'll be able to work. Now he's gonna go rank 4. Oh, it's not once per turn. Is it? Nope. In there, I can still handle that. Let's start with opening. Special summon it, what I want. Oh, that's fine. Floor. Sure. spin friend here. To you. Chain link 1, yep. Chain link 2, discard you. And Mercury, that's why I saved it. Then 1, 2. And we will add Oliver. Loss will allow me to add. What's left? Albion? Yeah. Sweet. Normal summon. Effect. See you. Nice knowing you. Let's go to battle. Go in phase. Yep. Branded in red. To go. So the most important thing about this is not to ever get like misplacement on the situation. The deck is good in a lot of situations, but it does, however, not have all the removal, but it does have quite a bit. And with Branded, of course, they use Mystic Mine to kind of simmer it down, which Mystic Mine's probably going to be gone for the basis of how overpowered that it has gotten over the years. So. Yeah. Do you? You have made a dire mistake. You do what you want. I don't think he knows how to play through it. That might be the best way out of it, but I don't think so. I think it counts as a lingering effect. Because I haven't activated them. It's already activated. I think it's going to end up happening here. No, because they get a detachment for that effect. We're in main 2, which doesn't really bother me too much. I've never seen anybody play Crystal Heart. I don't use it at all. Or not. Neat. Thought that was going to happen. let's send Fallen Outbust. It's gonna negate. Perfect. Like a Lord of Darkness. Finish that. Set Frenzy. Basically just in turn. Because I got Effect Veiler. This is about to get rough. Not for me, for him. I just don't know it. So if I cut it in half again, the Argonaut can't activate. Yes. Go ahead and shotgun it. Don't use Veiler yet. Kendricina using 1 and 2. That all be on. Kendricina, Vanish. Using Kendricina and Parisia. Rexter. Is that another Kendricina? Oh my god. Why did it do that? That may have just killed us. I'm dead. It misplayed. I was trying to get into Rexter. Ain't gonna do me no good. I know it's not. God, that was stupid. The thing is, I've cut my life points down so much now that it's not gonna do me no good. I have to use a lot of materials to get to this point. Stealth cracking. I was supposed to summon Parisia. Don't know if that's gonna do me any good. Oh, you're doing it. Yeah, I'm probably dead. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, from my testings with this, the deck performed very well, even though we lost. Had a little bit of a misplay, maybe it was on my part. I was trying to go into Rick's turn so I could like lock down the game, which hindsight I would have, because I would have been able to activate no effects, and I went into Kendricina on accident. Trust me, if I go into Kendricina, I'm not trying to go into two of them. Trying to get in the Rex turn, and apparently I misclicked. So the deck runs phenomenally well, and the first game when I bought these guys out, the guy quit, which it is what it is. But I think it runs very well if you run just a small Dinomorphia package like I've got right here, I think the deck runs phenomenally. No problems with it. Lightning Storms just for added ante. You know, if you have no cards, just go ahead and fire off Lightning Storm and go full combo. But besides that, the deck does run very, very well for what it is. So this has just been a new segment I'm doing. It's called 20-minute testings, which has turned into I think 30 minutes now. So yeah, we'll call it 30-minute testings. I don't know. I'm just testing like random decks randomly. As you can see, I've got quite a few of them here that I kind of go through. Anything that says meta is very competitive in today's game. This is one I'm working on for a friend. This is his deck. This is the Grin Maju Banish deck, which I still gotta, once I get his extra deck for this, I'll be able to put the pieces together and really get it to where it needs to be, to where it can go out and perform. I think it's really great. I think it's a really good deck. If you ever play Banish decks and you ever want an idea, this is a pretty good one here. I'm not much for them, but this is a great deck. This is a deck that I buy at locals all the time and does very, very well. So keep that in mind. We'll be working on that and showing that off on the channel very soon. But for now, you know, we got Drytron. This is probably the latest that you're going to see. My Scareclaw deck. It's running all those great cards. The Red Eyes meta deck, which is currently pretty good right now, but it's still in works because I feel like it could use some hand traps. The Live Twin sprites, which need adjusting. Too many Live Twins, I think. Maybe cut the ratios down and throw some cards in there like Nimble Beaver and stuff like that. Maybe not even run Live Twins. I'm trying to, but you never know, I might change my mind. The Altergeist meta deck is now here. So I've got Altergeist in the game now. Let's see. Branded Beasts, which aren't out yet. This is basically what you're going to see. Besides Patchwork, because it doesn't run the Edge-Int package anymore. It doesn't need to, because it runs these Beastie cards, and they are very powerful, to say the least. They're not hard to get into. And they're all level 6 besides Alba and Libellion, which go figure with Libellion. They run cards like Rebranded, which is very good for all the Beastie cards, and Branded Beast, which is very good for all the Beastie cards. So there's those. Like I said, it still runs the normal ratio of your Despias, Allure Darkness, 2 Super Polys, 3 Branded Fusion. That's one thing I forgot in the Dinomorphia deck was the Super Polys. It has to have them. The Shrouded Dragon kit, you know, your normal package, except for the Ashen. The Ashen is a new one that's in this deck, and the reason that he is in this deck, and why he's so good, is of cards like Avalantis. Avalantis, as you can see, there's a lot of dragons in these things. And with Avalantis here, he can attack as many dragons as you decide to use. Plus, if he's in the graveyard, he has this wonderful effect. Where is it? Oh, I was on a different one. You can have one Polymerization normal spell or Fusion normal spell, which is Branded Fusion. Deck to hand, and then let's see. Yeah, this guy, the Ashen. What he does is a monster you control leaves the field because of opponent's card effect. While this card and a fusion monster in the graveyard, you can special summon this card for free. And then this card has a wonderful ability that while a level 8 fusion is in the graveyard, which is probably going to be, due to like Mirror Jade's effect or whatever, it gains 200 for each monster in the graveyard. So the more and more you keep stacking up that graveyard, the stronger action's going to get, which is why he's a good card in the deck, because you can send Apollo Albus and this guy, have one fusion in there, boom, special summon him right off. Pretty cool. and he gets pretty bulky, but not too bulky. But he's good for OTK. One that I think needs to be in here, and I'm not seeing it, is again Fairy Tale Snow. And then there's the red Cartesia, the Virtuosus. Why she is so good is the Fallen of Valbez in your field or graveyard, you can special summon her straight from hand, which is fantastic. And then she fusion summons from hand or field like Branded in red, which is nice. And then if a fusion monster was sent to the graveyard this turn, you can add this card from graveyard to hand. Very simple. She's recyclable and she keeps going. The new support's been very good. This is probably the least best card of them all, but it still has its uses. And with that being said, Branded is going to get a total upgrade once these cards come out. This may not be the correct proportions for these cards. Only time will tell. I played around with them a little bit. At this right here, this is very powerful. Very powerful. Because they all have like some stupid effect, like if they're sent to graveyard, yeah. You can send this card from hand to graveyard to add a beast, which is fantastic. You can use that in any Bastardly game. So running 3 of this is not going to hurt. And then your beasted cards are all special summoned from Banishing a Light in the Dark, and Alba's special summoned by attributing 2 beasted cards. So I'm trying to think, what does Magma do? Let's see. Active effect. If this card's special summoned, you can add 1 dragon monster from deck to hand, which you can add another beasted. So if you use this effect, you grab this, you special summon this, you can then grab, I think it's this guy. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you target one of your opponent's special summon monsters and send it to the graveyard. I don't remember if it's that one or not. Then I'm pretty sure, yeah. If he's sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 beasted monster or 1 branded spell or trap, which is fantastic. And then this one OTKs and negates everything. Which, if you bring this out and your opponent relies on their extra deck, that's game. Because Alba is so good. That literally, with the branded archetype, that's why we use these cards, because they're fucking broken. And this guy, for those who don't know this card at all, I'm just gonna go ahead and read it to you, just let you know. This comes out in Darkwing Blast. All these cards do. By Darkwing Blast, we will have every single one of these cards. So what this guy does is, it cannot be normal summoned or set, like I just said. Must be special summoned from the hand or graveyard. So if you send him to the graveyard for like some stupid effect off of like branded opening or something, you can just tribute 2 beastie cards and special summon it from the graveyard. You could do this off branded fusion if you wanted. But basically what this does is you special summon from the hand or graveyard by attributing 2 beasted monsters. While you control this card summoned this way, negate the effects of all Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Link monsters. That is the strongest monsters in the game. Let's see. If this face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card, just like Mirror Jade, you can banish all cards from each player's extra deck face up until your opponent's in phase, which locks them out. Don't hurt us, because that's basically our play. Like, if you get rid of this card, it's on your turn, and until until your opponent's in phase, all the extra decks banish. So it's not bad. But the beastie cards are going to be very, very good. So just keep an eye out for this deck, because it will be showing up from time to time. Yeah, I don't think I need to save anything in that. Yeah, this is Marine Cess. This is the actual deck that topped YCS, or Nationals, I'm sorry. This is actually the deck. So all the cards that are in this are the ones that were played. it's a lot like the Sky Striker deck. It looks a little consistent. I mean, I know Marine Chest is very consistent, like, don't get me wrong. This feels a little consistent. Now, Sky Strikers, on the other hand, I'm not quite sure how you played this. I'm gonna be honest. Don't get me wrong, I played around with it. I know the deck's good. Like, it's got Offerings to the Doomed, Nibiru, Forbidden Droplet, Ghost Ogre, Pot of Prosperity at 2. And it's got some good cards in there. And I actually like this. Normally they play 3 Ray and 2 or 1 Rose. I like the 2 Rose better because it gives you more potential to really like extend. But Ray's ability allows her just to special summon a Sky Striker. But really, what this is going to really allow you to do is get into any of your Sky Strikers. It doesn't really matter because where they're both aces, you can get into Hayate off of it anyway. But I mean, Ray's kind of cool because it can do that. But honestly, like if you're bricking with this deck, it bricks a lot. Trust me, I've seen my test hands with this, and it's bad. If you're really bricking with this deck, to be honest, for Sky Strikers, this being at 1 really hurts, because it makes it really hard to even play the game. It's bricky enough as it is, trust me. You got 2 cards that add the Sky Strikers that are at 1, and you can't really do anything more. So keep that in mind. With this deck, it is very hittable because if you stop Celine from resolving, that's hard to get an access code. Because that's like your only way into it with this deck. Because it doesn't load the board with big bodies. It don't. It hits. It might access code for gain, but it literally just pokes for 1500 every time. So, I mean, I do see, you know, different decks, and I do go over them. This is right here, the meta stopper right here. This is a really good deck right here. This is a deck that doesn't rely on the extra deck. Actually, if you don't know what tunes do, I was going to end the video there. Yes, log out. But I'll show you what they do real quick. In case if you've never seen them in action, I'll show you. It's a deck that I'm really interested in trying to build because of like how ridiculous they can be. So basically, you can do summon that, activate, and go Red Eyes. Ta-da! Activate, and you can special summon. Let's go Mermaid. I mean, it really doesn't matter, I don't think. Activate Tomb Bookmark. I think you add. You have to add Tomb World. And you activate Tomb World, and you enter. Because now you've got your protection on board with the Tomb Kingdom. So no matter what happens here, we should be okay for the most part. Yeah. Draw, yeah. And we activate Page Flip, and we go 1, 2, and 3. You always pick those 3. Blockbuster Soldier. Great. You can activate, and you can special summon Harpy Lady. Destroy Fire Formation. You can normal summon you. Really has cards to go into, but you don't necessarily have to if you don't want to. For real. You go battle phase, and you got a lot of cards that can swing directly. So we're at 1200 left. avoid destruction. Battle phase. Attack directly. Okay, that is how tunes work. So more specifically, if you want an expensive deck that actually can hit the meta pretty hard right now, tunes is a pretty good one. Tunes are a lot of damage really quick. Even a deck like Dinomorphia will not stop tunes, because even though like you have like a few life points, they'll all attack directly for that life point. It is not an activated effect, it's continuous. As long as Tune World, I think as long as Tune World's on the field, correct? While you control Tune World, trying to think. While you control Tune World and your opponent controls no tunes, this card can attack directly. Yeah, they all have that effect, which is big in this deck. And you know, as long as you control Kingdom, you control Tune World, which is big in this deck. And if you cannot get rid of Tune World, it is going to be a long day for you, because you're going to die pretty quickly. And with the Blackluster Soldier that came out, which is like I think $37 to $45 per copy right now, it's pretty broken. Plus, Blackluster Soldier can attack directly immediately, because all it has to do is banish, summon, and attack. It's kind of stupid, but you know, tunes aren't too bad either. It's a fun deck I've been wanting to build. So yeah, with that, I think I'm done with the video for today. So if you guys have any decks or ideas that you might want to see on the Shed of Light on the channel, you let me know. I'm thinking about Salamander Greats as well. I'm just trying to play different decks, learn all the different decks. I've got to build Tearlamancers soon, so after I figure out splites, Tearlaments will be my next project. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. What decks should I build next on this and start playing? But besides that, I'm Pierce Nation. I will see you in the next video. Pierce Nation out.